she's amazing, she's great. But she says things sometimes I just don't understand. It's such a poorly timed challenge. It was so reckless. I really felt for Gio with that because I don't think she could get anywhere near the ball. And that's why I thought the red card was appropriate. You know, Vinay's gone in at Tottenham, and what he done for Arsenal is exactly what he's going to try and do for Tottenham. He's going to elevate that club in respect of women's football. I'm smiling because I feel good about the predictions. I am in, what's this? I'm in 30 seconds. I didn't realise that. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Crossways. Unfortunately, Steph can't be with us this week, so she'll be back next week. So what we're going to do on this episode is, due to you guys and your brilliant questions you sent in, we're going to do an episode where we're answering your questions. But obviously, first, we're going to start with the Champions League. So let's go with Chelsea. Chelsea in Paris. Chelsea were brilliant. You know, I feel like Chelsea are on a mission to win the Champions League, and they should be because they've dominated the WSL for so many years. So this is the one they want. I can't imagine how uncomfortable it would have been for them to watch Arsenal lift it last year, and Arsenal, who are desperate to win the WSL again. So them two need to swap over their roles. But Chelsea, very dominant against Paris. You know, what can I say? How many times they hit the woodwork? But Keira Walsh, I've got to say with Keira Walsh, I think I've been a bit critical of Keira in the last couple of years because I feel that she's so good that she can just get through games. She gets through games with her quality because Chelsea's so good and sometimes the opposition's not so great. She kind of coasts through games. But what I'm seeing, Keira Walsh this season, is a zip to her game. She seems a little bit more aggressive in what she's doing, passing and she's scoring goals as well. She's added goals to her game. Scored a lovely goal against Tottenham. But someone like Keira Walsh playing well, driving, it's always going to be a good thing. So I have to say, brilliant to Keira Walsh. United. I thought United. I'm loving United simply because they're doing so well in the Champions League for me. With the fact that they have not really invested really well in this team. You know, so like I said it on Crossways maybe a couple of weeks ago. You know, as long as they could keep striving, keep working hard, keep battling, because they do look like a good unit. I watched them against Everton the other day, and Everton weren't great, but they were very much in their groove in what they're trying to do. And I believe that if they can get some more backing in January, United are going to be a massive problem. I thought it was a good result, very good result for them against Atletico. Fridolina scoring her goal. I think that was Fridolina's first goal as well. So it's good to see her get off the mark. So yeah, United, what can I say? Brilliant. Well done. Can I just say about that sending off with Janssen? You see, like when you first watch it, you know, it does look a little bit like innocuous. But can I say it's such a poorly timed challenge. It was so reckless that, you know what I mean? I really felt for Gio with that because I don't think she could get anywhere near the ball. And that's why I thought the red card was appropriate, because I don't think she had any chance of getting that ball. And I'm really pleased that they look back at that, because when you look at it, and I wouldn't say to you to look back at it, it was horrible to look at, because when I looked at it, I could only look at it once. But I thought that they were right. They were right to send her off. It was a poor challenge. Hopefully Gio will be back soon. Miyazawa, Zigiotti, liking the way that they're progressing. Again, saw them the other day, and they were pretty impressive. And like I say, you can't ignore the fact that with a couple more quality players around them, that Man United are going to do some really good stuff. So, yeah, well done to them. Arsenal, very good result for me. Wouldn't say it was the best game. It was just like a very professional performance. I never felt that Arsenal were ever in trouble, or they were going to be in trouble. But like I did like some of this play I saw with Arsenal, especially coming off the back of the Brighton game. You needed to win that game, win this game. Obviously, there's a few injuries now that we're picking up. So, you know, it's brilliant that the international break's coming so we can get a little bit of a break and reset. But again, it was a very, what can I say? It was a professional performance. I didn't ever feel that we were going to lose the game, but I did like to see what we done. We played out really well from the back, and that's something that was really good. I saw us play really nice football, boom, 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 boom. and out. It's really good to see. If we can just like sharpen that up, take more chances, then I think that we're going to be really challenging this season. Hopefully we can, because I do believe that we needed those wins before the international break. So I'm really pleased with the way that's gone. So I think the Champions League for the English teams have been pretty good. Okay, so can I just say again, thank you so much for all the questions you sent in. You know, when you do ask for people to send questions in, you always feel, oh, they're going to send any in. We're not going to get any questions. What are we going to... We got loads. So thank you. Obviously, we can't do so many, but what we'll do is we'll save some and then we'll do them at some different times in the podcast. But our producer, Alex, is going to ask the questions. So, you ready, Al?
Brittany B1188 asks, the Lioness's backline will have many new faces. How should Sarina handle selection?
So we're talking with new faces. We're talking Taylor Hines and Katie Reid, which is really good to see them both, especially obviously Katie Reid, you know, with her emergence at Arsenal, and a very much a needed emergence at Arsenal when you look at her pace. Same with England. I think what she's done to get herself to this level, and it's been pretty quick for her, you know, to get to England now is because of her pace, and I'm delighted for her. There's a couple of games, was it Australia and Brazil coming up? It'd be interesting to see if she gets any minutes in those. I'd love to see it, simply because if you're going to bring players in, then you can test them against the best, some of the best, as early as possible. Then do it. So I'm really pleased for her, and I think that her call-up's being deserved. And again, pace for England, pace for Arsenal is important. Taylor Hines, brilliant. You know, all that time she's been at Liverpool, she didn't get a call-up. She goes to Arsenal for 5 minutes, she gets a call-up. But she can play left-back. I see her play a lot of games at left-back for Liverpool. Seen her play right-back as well. I thought she played very well in the Champions League game the other day. She can fit in with the players. You can see her level's gone up a little bit in the quality what she's got. So really pleased for her. I know there's a lot of talk about her playing for Jamaica. I think she had a friendly for Jamaica. But she has played youth team football for England. So I'm really pleased that she's somebody that Sarina said, yeah, I'm going to bring her into the fold, because we are struggling, I think, right back and left back. You know, obviously Lucy's not going to be going on forever, so we do need to find somebody to play right back. And let's face it, we do need to find somebody to play left back as well. So, you know, so well done on those two. But can I just talk a bit about Myla Tizier? And Myla Tizier, listening to Sarina's interview, and listen, I'm not knocking Sarina simply because she's our winningest manager. She's amazing, she's great, but she says things sometimes I just don't understand. Now, we're talking about Myla Tizier's played like out of 103 games for Man United, I think she's played one at right back. Everyone else has been at centre back. So I cannot understand why Sarina's saying that she recognises her as a right back. And I think Manchester United fans would probably want me to pull her up on that. And she should be, because she's played all her games, and very good games, at centre back, captain in Manchester United now. And if that's the case, Sarina, then some games you can rest Lucy Bronze. If you see Myla Tizier as a right back, because we know she's played there before in her career, then give her a couple of games at right back. Let's see her. But it'd be nice to see her get an opportunity at centre back. But if you're going to play her because you see her as a right back, then give her a chance. That's all I would say. What you got next, Al?
Next up, we have Brother.V. Barca has been smashing so far. How would they fare in day-to-day battle of WSL? Champions?
I think so, without a doubt. They probably need to have a little bit of time just to get used to it. But I think once they get used to the physicality of the WSL, I think they'll steamroller it. I think when you look at them, people talk about what's the name of it? Was it let me see, I've got her name. Alexandri talking about Barcelona. Obviously, she's there now, so she's going to speak well about the league, saying, yeah, it's a bit more technical in our league. You know, it seems there's a little bit more football play, but at the same time, Barcelona's still battering teams. It's making it even easier for Barcelona, because these teams who you're saying is playing out from the back and it's a bit more tight. Barcelona just winning the ball further up and hammering them. I think that if they came to the WSL, I think that they would probably be dominant after they've got used to the physicality and the quickness of it. But they will play at their pace, because we try and do the same here. I watched the game the other day, watched Everton and Man United, and watching players trying to play out from the back who can't really do it very well and do it quick enough to cause teams who are pressing them problems, to break through the teams who are pressing. Barcelona will absolutely eat you up. And I think that once they've played a few games here and get used to it, especially if it's maybe not the first season, I think they'll start dominating the WSL as well. I think when you look at the way that they deal with a Chelsea, City, we've seen them deal with Arsenal in the past. Yes, Arsenal beat them in the Champions League, but it's attritional winning. You look at them and it's, Barcelona have to be off their game and you have to be really digging deep and trying to catch them on a counter-attack. I think that the way that they play, they will probably dominate the WSL as well because they've got unbelievable individuals. So I think that they would be a real problem in the WSL.
Eric Brown WX asks,
What are you saying, Eric Brown WX?
Tottenham have been the surprise of the season so far. Do you think their run of form is sustainable?
I do think it's sustainable, especially when you look at the teams that they're beating around them. They're beating the Brightons, the West Hams, Everton, Leicesters. Those are the teams they're supposed to beat. And then when they start playing against the so-called the Chelsea, Arsenal, City, United, if they can stay close, stay in the game with those guys for longer, test them a bit more, I think that they'll beat the rest around them. And then if they could start pinching something away from these teams, that's when they'll start to actually even improve more, I believe, with Tottenham. You look at someone like Vinay. Vinay's gone in at Tottenham, left Arsenal, gone in at Tottenham. And what he done for Arsenal is exactly what he's going to try and do for Tottenham. He's going to elevate that team, elevate that club in respects of women's football. And you can only see good things coming for Tottenham. So I think they can. I think they can break in. I think that they can stay amongst it. But then it's can they sustain it, like you say? Can they sustain the level that they're going to have to reach? Because like I say, they'll beat the teams around them, but then they've got to do more to take a chunk out of the so-called top teams. But I believe that they've started well. They've got some momentum and confidence. I think that they could just keep riding the wave and then see how it goes. But yeah, I do believe that they can.
Next we have Isabel.SmithX.
What's Isabel saying? Tell me,
which player has surprised you most already this season?
Kosovar Asllani. I think she's been a massive surprise. 36, joined London City Lionesses, and she's coming to the WSL. And people may have thought that, she's coming just to wind down and chill out at this age. But she's obviously come with real intentions to do well because not only has she done well there, but she's helped them to get promoted there. And so far, in the WSL, she's got 2 goals, 1 assist, and she's created 21 chances, the most in the league. So we're talking about a 36-year-old with a real determination to do well for a team that she's literally carrying on her back to try and get up this league, and she's doing her part. So I have to say, well done to Kosovari Asllani, brilliant. I didn't think she'd be able to at that stage and that age to come in and make the kind of impact she's making, but she's doing it. So well done to her. Who else? I'm going to go with Melvin Mallard. I like her a lot. I think she's already reached the certain amount of goals she got last season. Now, for me, that says a lot about what she is capable of doing because she's done it already in not so many games. So I believe that now she should be getting herself into a position where she's going to really blast, get her name amongst the top scorers, get it amongst Bunny Shaw, get her name amongst Leslie, get her name amongst those quality players. Because I think that when I watched her again the other day at Everton, she was so good. Her hold-up play, her goal, she took her chance very well. She's somebody that I really do think can be a top player in the WSL without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm going to have to obviously say Katie Reid, 19 now, blasted herself into the Arsenal team and rightly so. She deserves her opportunity. Her pace is a major asset. I think that as it goes on, as she plays more, gets more experience, and being amongst England now is going to help her with that, is her composure on the ball. Once she gets that, with her pace, she's going to be something special. So I'm really pleased for her. Again, I'm pleased that she's somebody she's getting fast-tracked because the sooner she can get, for me, into those environments where she has to go again, she has to prove that. I think that's when she'll improve. So delighted for those 3 players. And Jess Park. I've got to mention Jess Park before I go. Seamless transition from Manchester City to United, and that's because of her quality. Again, watching the game the other day, she came on, made a massive difference. Couldn't believe she didn't start, to be honest. But she came on, and she was impactful straight away. She's someone again I watch as a player, and very very excited to watch Jess Park because she plays how she plays every time. The way she plays for City, the way she plays for England, plays for United, constantly trying to get on the ball, beat players, progress the ball, play well, score goals. And can I just say with Katie Reid and Jess Park, I hope they're available for England because neither of them were in the Champions League. So hopefully nothing's gone wrong in respects of injuries. Fingers crossed for them both.
Erin_Bow16 asks, do City have a shout in the title race this season?
Absolutely, Erin. Without a shadow of a doubt. It's been too long for me for City to be without a trophy. I think their manager, Jeglerts, he's done brilliantly. I think he gives me the impression that he won't let nobody slack off. I get that vibe from him. I get an energy from City that they themselves know that they should be doing more, and they should be. We're talking about a team that's not in the Champions League this year. You're talking about Bunny Shaw, Mary Fowler to come back, Lauren Hemp to come back, Alex Greenwood, Vivian Miedema. We're talking about top players here in respects of City and what they're capable of doing without Champions League. So if they do not make a real push for it this season, then questions should be asked because they are good enough. Obviously, if Mary Fowler and Lauren Hemp getting back, it will make it even easier for them. But, they've still got Vivian Miedema, who's there, who should be doing more. Grace Clinton there now, England player. And then you've got Bunny Shaw. They should be, for me now, City should be challenging hard for the WSL. They should be. And that's up to the manager. I think that the manager, he gives me the impression that he won't let them slack off like Jeglerts. I don't think he'll let them slack off. But City should be absolutely going for the title without a shadow of a doubt this season. And when you consider that they're 1 point off the top, they have been playing well, they've got experienced players. I think that now is a time where they can relax now, international break, and chill a bit. And when they come back, have a blast again. That's what I believe City should be doing. And I'm going to be watching out for City because I believe that they should be challenging hard this season.
We've got another question from Eric Brown WX. As a Liverpool fan, this season has been so hard.
Mm-hmm.
What should they focus on to get back on track?
You know something? I was thinking about this, and you know what? I was thinking about the no automatic relegation, and I'm thinking, have Liverpool said to Gareth Taylor after selling Taylor Hines and Olivia Smith, listen, this season I just want you to get these players going, get the confidence in these players, and then we'll next season, because I don't think we'll go down. We're too good to go down. Next season we'll see what you need, and then we'll give it to you then. Because for me, looking at this team, there's no way I believe that Gareth Taylor takes this team knowing that them two are going and be happy about that. He needs some reassurance as to what he's going to be doing. So I think when you look at them losing those two players, the way they started the season, I watched the first game, Everton, against Everton, and for the first time, they were absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm not sure if they took those chances in that game, it would have changed anything what's happening now. But, goals and chances change games. And who knows, if they blasted those goals and took those chances against Everton in the first game, who knows what they would have gone on to, but they didn't. And since then, I've not seen them play any great football. So I'm thinking a lot needs to be done. You definitely need to replace Hines and Smith for a start, and I know that he's a manager that will stick to his guns in respects of his philosophy, how he wants to play. He actually mentioned something about his philosophy is like his religion. He's not changing it. So that says everything. So now Liverpool are going to have to get him the kind of players that can play his system because obviously he's not going to change it. So maybe he's given reassurances for that. Hopefully he has done. Because if I'm a manager going into Liverpool and I'm gonna go into Liverpool, I'm already looking around thinking, right, what have I got? Well, at least I've got Hines and Smith. So no, actually, you haven't got Hines and Smith. We're selling them this. So you're gonna have to deal with what you've got. Get us to the next season. Stay up this year, obviously with no automatic relegation, and then we'll see how we go in the summer. If that's happened, then good. But if that hasn't happened, can't understand why he's taken the job. But hopefully that will happen. They'll get some players signed, maybe January. And then Liverpool hopefully will start to climb up the league. Thank you for the questions. I know what we've done 5 days, I think 5 or something. But we get loads of questions. Thank you for the questions. You know what? You don't even need to wait for us to ask you to send questions in. If you've got anything that you're worried about that you want to ask me, just ask. Just send us one. Send us a question and we'll answer them. So thank you very much for those. Really appreciate it. Alex, what about the predictions? Because obviously we're not doing one this. So can I just do what's happening in the predictions?
Go ahead.
Okay, let me do what's happening in the predictions. Obviously we haven't got no games this weekend, but I'm smiling because I feel good about the predictions. But let me tell you the points so far in the predictions, okay? So what happened with the last set of predictions was Steph got 5 points and I got 5 points. And we both got 5 outcomes right. Steph is in 5th place. She's got 33 points. I am in... What's this? I'm in 32nd. I didn't realise that. Stop laughing. I've got 26 points. I'm in 32nd place. I'm so bad and good at the same time. I'm not good. I'm not good at predictions. I didn't realise I was that far behind. But anyway, I'm 32nd. Steph is 5th. I've got 26 points. Steph's got 33. So I'm still close. But I'm not close enough. First place is Kay with 37 points. Kay. So well done to Kay so far, but I'm coming. I've 26. I'm 11 points off. But I'm coming. But well done to Kay. If you want to get your predictions in, get them into full-time-forecast.com. Okay? So take it easy, everybody. We'll see you soon. Steph will be back next week. Looking forward to seeing Steph because I miss her. And speak to you guys next week. Take it easy. Bye.